Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another CWPA remote broadcast of the Big Ten Division Regional Tournament hosted by University of Michigan Ann Arbor. I'm Scott Sable David Weiss. It's February 4th, 2017. It's Game 7 of 8. It's Michigan B versus the Purdue Boilermakers. Michigan B will be in the dark caps. The Boilermakers of Purdue should be in the white. This is our 7th of 8 games. Our 6th game was Ohio State 9, Michigan A 3. That was a surprising victory for the Buckeyes. And as a note, this game between Michigan B and Purdue is considered an exhibition because the Indiana Hoosiers could not field a roster for February 6th, 4th, and 5th. So Indiana had to forfeit 4 games, and in order to get an adequate amount of games in, this one got scheduled, and this was fun. It'll be nice to see what these two teams could do against each other. So Michigan B versus Purdue. Since Michigan is the host school, we believe Michigan is in the dark caps. The Boilermakers are in the lighter color caps. On the Big Ten scoreboard for men's basketball, Purdue nipped Maryland 73-72 despite Caleb Swanigan fouling out. It was an intense end in the second half of that backhanded out of play. And congratulations to Matt Painter's men's basketball team for defeating Mark Turgeon's Terrapins in College Park, Maryland, 73-72 this afternoon in Big Ten men's basketball. Now, back to here, Michigan B 0, Purdue 0. This is an exhibition again. Purdue last season, 1-7 in the regular season, 2-9 overall. Finished in 6th place. Its lone win was a 6-1 victory against Wisconsin in the regular season last year, April 2nd, 2016. Averaged 3.72 goals per game and allowed 8.1 per. Here come the Wolverines, and that one's batted down by the Purdue keeper. We believe it's Purdue. Possession. We will lead the Boilermakers. So it's 0-0 with 4:14 to go in the first quarter of Game 7 of 8, Day 1 and 2. There have been a lot of goals today here in Ann Arbor at Canham Natatorium. There are 9 teams in the Big Ten, but only 8 are participating. As Indiana again forfeiting due to not having a roster. Again, we believe it's the first time there's been a forfeit in at least 7 seasons in Big Ten play. Looks like it's now going to be possession for Michigan, and it's going to be jump ball. Both hands are up, but it will go to Michigan B, it looks like. And it'll be exclusion time. Player up for, we believe, Michigan B, and when he's knocked down by a player for the Boilermakers. It's 1-1, and will remain with Michigan B. It's a battle for the ball here outside the 5 meters. That one's fired off the top of the crossbar. Looks like it could be Purdue possession, but doesn't look like it. And we'll go to the Boilermakers. That one is wet, rolled. Looks like Purdue's going to try and dribble it out to the 2-meter area, but snared down by the Michigan B defense. Still 0-0, a few minutes in the first quarter of our 7th of 8 games. We have 1 game left. originally scheduled for 8:45 p.m. between Michigan State and Iowa. Iowa had a 14-4 exhibition win against Wisconsin earlier today. I'd also like to thank Scott Hoops for calling some of the action today. He did the first 4 games. And I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. Doing the second set of the games. Now will belong, looks like, to Michigan B, still 0-0. Michigan B should be in the dark caps. Purdue should be in the lighter caps. Again, there are 2 regular season tournaments. This one's in Michigan. There'll be another one this season. Then there'll be the Big Ten Division Championship rounds in April. The Michigan teams the last 7 seasons dominated. I believe have won the last 7 Big Ten titles in the championship rounds. And there's still no score. Here, about a minute 24 to go. There's a shot clock winding down. Will be a shot clock violation with a minute 17 to go in the first quarter. Still no score, we believe. The Boilermakers look like they come up with it. And Purdue in the light caps, we believe. Good possession. Very lengthy pass to the 5-meter area. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. That will be a turnover. Still stalemate, we're locked in. Michigan Blue B, they had the final possession now in this first quarter. That one crosses the plane, and that one's doinked through. Boom shakalaka. That is a goal for Cap 23 of Michigan B. That costly mistake by the keeper makes this Michigan B 1, Purdue 0. That one looked like it was going to go in anyway. Should have snared it down with the hands, but it counts. Cap 23 gets Michigan B on the board as Purdue has a few seconds to go in its first quarter. Folks, after 1 quarter, Michigan B in the dark caps 1, Purdue in the white caps 0. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. We're going to bring you the second quarter momentarily on the CWPA network.
If you want to improve your legs and take your water polo game to the next level, get a Cap 7 weight belt. It's comfortable, wears well, and will make a huge difference in your vertical game. Check it out at cap7.com. Cap 7 is built by water polo players for water polo players.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Hugo from Cap 7. This goal is great because it folds in the size of a backpack. You can take it to the beach, you can take it to the lake. If you're short on deck storage space, you can fold it up and put it in the closet. It's a great training tool. Get yours at cap7.com. Hey, check out my new backpack. For hikers too. You can get it exclusively at cap7.com. Cap 7, built by water polo players for water polo players.
Welcome back to the Can-Ham Natatorium in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. Second quarter about to begin here in our 7th of 8 games on this February 7th between Michigan B and the Purdue Boilermakers. Michigan B leads 1-0 and a late goal in the first quarter. That was on a second effort. It looked like at the end there in the first quarter, Michigan had one that slipped past the keeper. It did not, and Michigan had the great presence of mind with the second chance and had a doinker. And that's how it's 1-0 in favor of Michigan B. Again, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, which is at CWPA Water Polo, and don't forget to research us online, www.collegiatewaterpolo.org. Second quarter about to be underway, and we'll have a halftime. So we have 3 quarters to go in this one. This is an exhibition again, due to Indiana not fielding a team this weekend. So Michigan and Purdue are 257 miles apart. Both are Big Ten teams. Michigan has a very good softball team come the springtime. A few years ago, runner-up in the national championship games, I believe against Florida. That one is taken away by the Purdue Boilermakers in the Light Caps, down 1-0. Michigan B tussled against Illinois in our 4th of 8 games today. One team had 15 goals, the other had none. Here comes Michigan B, and that one's just grabbed right out of the hands, and the keeper for Purdue gets the loose change. Well done. Great presence of mind. No foul called. About a minute in quarter 2, Michigan B in the dark caps 1, Purdue in the lighter colored caps 0. The Boilermakers are from West Lafayette, Indiana. Years ago, had a basketball player by the name of Robbie Hummel, who I believe was there for 6 years and eventually made his way to the NBA, played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. In the last few years, the Boilermakers men's basketball team had A.J. Hammonds as well. This year, the star player is Caleb Swanigan again. Purdue defeated host Maryland earlier today in the men's basketball game, 73-72, and Maryland led for most of the game. So back to this one, still 1-0 Michigan B over the Purdue Boilermakers. In the second quarter of our 7th of 8 games of coverage. It's good to be back with our streaming. Now 5 minutes to go in the first half. Shot clock, about 30 seconds to go now. Don't want to get a shot clock violation. Shot clock here, I believe, 35 seconds per possession. In the men's, I believe it's 30. This is women's. Inside the 2, you're going to have a whistle. It looks like it's exclusion time. Player up, we believe, for the Wolverines. A 20-second power play. Wolverines up 1-0 with possession. Fires, that one is snared down by a defender. Still in play. Out in front, that's 1-8. More easy goals you're going to get. Boom shakalaka. That was very easy. Very easy. 2-0, Michigan B. Cap 14 scores. Goalkeeper did not have the presence of mind to go that direction. Michigan B capitalizes on Purdue mistakes. Well done by the Wolverines, up 2-0 over Purdue wearing the light caps. About 4 minutes and change to go in the first half. At halftime, we'll give you Chalk Talk with Wolf Weiga. That one's fired in there. Boom shakalaka. Purdue gets on the board. It's 2-1. Cap 10 scores for the Boilermakers. First goal today for Purdue in this contest. Purdue lost earlier to Michigan State 14-6. Last year, Purdue again had a 2-9 season. That was 6th of 8th place. Lone regular season win last year was 6-1 against Wisconsin on April 2nd. 2016 had an April 16th 8-5 win against Iowa in the championship rounds, but lost in the 5th place game to Illinois 10-4 last year. Wolverines up 2-1 with possession inside the 2, but that will be wet and short. Bounced by the Purdue keeper. Possession Boilermakers down 2-1. Over 3 minutes to go in quarter 2 here at Canham Natatorium. Purdue wants to draw some contact. Now make it wet inside the 5, but it is confiscated with about 2:45 to go in the first half by the Wolverines. Michigan B up 1 with possession in the Dark Caps. We have a whistle. Got to be careful that we don't get a brutality call, which is an exclusion foul for extremely rough play that they're striking another player, but didn't seem so that time. So it's a free shot opportunity for the Wolverines to try to go up 3-1. Puts that one, and that is in the right corner, left corner, boom, shakalaka, from her right to her left. 3-1 Wolverines. Cap 23 scores yet again. Already 3-1 Michigan B, about 2 minutes and change to go in the first half. Now Purdue down 2. About 2:10 to go in the first half. Purdue in the later Caps down 2 with possession. In the 5-meter area. There's a whistle. The exclusion time. Player up for Purdue. And that is batted off the fingertips of the Michigan B keeper. Looks like a corner throw for the Boilermakers. Fires in there inside the 2. Backhands, makes it wet. 27 on the shot clock. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Michigan B 3, Purdue 1. Purdue with possession. Fires over the net, out of play. Minute 58 to go in quarter 2. Michigan B up 2, has possession. Minute 55 now remaining in the first half. Now it is the evening of February 4th, 2017. The eve of Super Bowl Sunday. That one's doinked through. Boom shakalaka. Clever. Cap 16 scores. 4-1 Michigan B. That one was pulled out of the magician's hat. Wasn't a hard shot. Took it lightly and keeper got fooled for Purdue. 4-1 Michigan B in the dark caps over Purdue in the white caps. We've Scott Samuel David Weiss. Got about a minute and a half to go in the first half. Game 7 of 8. Passing it to the side. Been to 5 meters. Purdue's trying to draw more contact. But the Wolverines come up with it, up 3 goals. Minute 16 to go in quarter 2. Wolverines now coming down. Puts it off the right hand of the Purdue keeper. That one may have hit the rope. So we could have a corner throw, and it will be for the Wolverines. 1 minute to go in the first half. Michigan B up by 3. We're in the dark caps. And this is an exhibition, doesn't count for the standings. Because Indiana forfeited this weekend. That one was easily stared down by the Purdue keeper. So it's a battle between Michigan and Indiana. Purdue's of West Lafayette, Indiana. And about 30 seconds in the first half. Under that. Now, 10 on the shot clock. That hits the blue rope. Possession should belong to Purdue. And now we're under 10 to play in this half. He's swinging on the ball. Purdue keeper gets it. Will fire. With 1 second left, and after one half, Michigan B leads Purdue 4-1. So Michigan B in the dark caps 4, Purdue in the white caps 1. I'm Scott Sable, David Weiss. It's halftime. More action coming up on the CWPA network.
Welcome to this edition of Chalk Talk. So we're talking about a 4-2 here on 6-on-5 offense, and maybe looking to see how we can get some good plays off if we've got 1 or 2 key players that teams are typically focusing on, and how we can maybe free them up or free up one of our other players for an easier shot that they can sort of direct into the goal. So a lot of times teams will put one of their top shooters either at one of these 2 positions. Okay, so let's just say for now that this is our top shooter, and we really want to try and free them up for a good shot opportunity. But we're constantly, every time the ball's coming, this player is either pressing or immediately swimming out on this player. So one thing you want to do is just, you can't stay and do the same thing. You can't react normally what you would do on a normal 6-on-5 if a team is really focusing, keying in on your top player. So you can sort of rotate the players and almost come up into a hard rotation, maybe not quite a 3-3, but sort of getting close to a 3-3 where you're pulling this player up and sliding these players across. And then this player is going to have to make a decision on how far they're going to leave this player, because on 5-on-6 defense, each player is responsible for an area or a couple players. And if this player starts to come all the way out to here, okay, then it's going to be really hard to get back to this post player. So what you can do is get the ball over to this player, see if this player is sprinting at your star player, reacting, immediately get the ball either all the way over, if you can, or up to one of these 2 other players up top, who have now slid a little bit, down to this player who can take the ball in, and there shouldn't really be anyone over here on this far post, as this player's got a long way to go. So this player, who may be a weaker player, will simply have to jump up and tip the ball in. It's easiest to catch the ball from over here. If you have a player who doesn't have the best hands in the water, this pass is tempting to throw it immediately, but this is a much harder pass, much more tactical move for maybe one of your lower level players to make. If you get it over to the wing, this is a pass really that anyone can control, jump up, and just tap into the goal, hopefully.
Welcome back to Big Ten Division Regional Tournament action from University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. On the CWPA network, I'm Scott Sable, David Weiss. We head on to the 3rd quarter of Game 7 of 8 on this February 4th, 2017. It's Michigan B in the dark caps 4, the Purdue Boilermakers in the white caps 3, as we're going to begin the second half here. It's going to be possession for Michigan B. The Wolverines led 1-0 after 1 quarter. It was a 3-1 run for the Wolverines over the Boilermakers in the 2nd quarter, and that's where we stand at 4-1. That one fired and stayed by the Purdue keeper. Due to time constraints, teams have 1 2-minute timeout per half and a 30-second timeout to be used at any time during the game. Quarter breaks again 2 minutes with a 3-minute halftime. Halftime was about 3 minutes. 4-1, Michigan B. Possession, Purdue and the Light Caps. The only one we believe the score so far for Purdue was Cap 10 for the Boilermakers in the second quarter. Game 7 of 8, one more to go. Michigan State versus Iowa to follow at around 8:45 p.m. Eastern. It's the scheduled time. It's a shot clock violation. Look at this. For Cap 3 of Michigan B. Puts it in the right corner. Boom. Shakalaka. Cap 3 scores. It's Michigan B 5. Purdue and the Light Caps 1. Beautiful transition with the outlet interception. At her sight, setting the goal and capitalized. Purdue keeper is a bit dazed right now. And a lot of tricks. Michigan sleeves. They don't have sleeves necessarily. But it is a 4-goal lead for the Wolverines as Purdue has possession. Big Ten matchup. Women's Club Water Polo. After our next game, which is our final game of the night, we hope to bring you another CWPA Network tournament streaming to be determined. And that will be the weekend of February 11th and 12th. And this is Super Bowl weekend. Tom Brady went to University of Michigan. He's the quarterback of the AFC champ New England Patriots. That one is snared down by the Purdue keeper. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 25 on the shot clock. Michigan B leads 5-1 over Purdue. Purdue's in the lighter caps. Darker color caps belong to Michigan B. And last year there was only one Michigan team. Finished 10-1 overall. Had tied for first last year in the regular season, but that Michigan team was second in the championship rounds due to a loss to Michigan State. Michigan State was the top seed and lost to second seed in Michigan in the first place game of the Big Ten championship tournament, 6-5. Transition. Michigan B is 2 against 3. There was a stoppage. Always set. Cap 3. 21. Cap 24. And inside the 5 meters. Loses control of the ball. Will be Purdue possession. Boilermakers are down by 4. They'll have possession. Again, 4 quarters. 7 minutes apiece. Again, each team has 1 2-minute timeout apiece per half and a 30-second timeout to be used anytime. 2017 National Collegiate Club Championship is to be held at University of Pittsburgh May 5th through 7th. 16 qualifiers culminate the tournament to determine the National Club champion. Maybe one of these teams will be there. Saved by the Michigan B keeper. Possession, Wolverines and dark caps. Got about under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. That one's off the piping. On the left side, possession, Purdue. Purdue just 1 goal. It came in the second quarter by Cat 10. Now in the 5-meter area is Purdue. Looking for help. There's a whistle. That should not count. Perhaps Michigan wanted to force a ball under, which is an ordinary foul for taking or holding the ball underwater while in contact with an opposing player. Could be a tricky move if you want to regain possession. Now Purdue with the possession. They're in the later caps, down 4. Inside, there's a tussle for the ball. Michigan B responds and has it. Look for the outlet now from the goalkeeper for Michigan B. Now we have a stoppage. Looks like it's going to be a timeout for Michigan B. No, we have a timeout here. It's Michigan B 5. Purdue in the lighter color caps 1. Looks like this may be a quickie. Michigan coaching staff talk with the officials. Interested club teams or fans of certain club teams who would like to see their institutions stream games when they host tournaments should reach out to the CWPA Director of Multimedia, John Weaver, at video@collegiatewaterpolo.org. That's John Weaver. He can be reached at video@collegiatewaterpolo.org. Again, this is Scott Samuel David Weiss. Game 7 of 8, third quarter of the Big Ten Division Regional Tournament on this Saturday, February 4th, 2017, hosted by the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. And the timeout continues. It's 5-1 in favor of Michigan B in the dark caps over Purdue in the light caps. The Boilermakers have just one goal, came in the second quarter. Wolverines had a 1-0 lead after one quarter. Had 3 goals compared to 1 to Purdue in the second to make it 4-1 at halftime. We have 1 goal here so far in the third quarter with 2 minutes 8 to go in quarter number 3. As you can see, Purdue, they're jumping in and out of the pool. 26 seconds left in the shot clock when the timeout had been called. And this is our first club streaming of the women's season. We thank all of you for joining us during our men's season from September to November 2016. We had a lot of fun calling great games, which included Clemson defeated Georgia in the Southeast tournament for the men's for first place. That was a fun one to do at the end of October 2016. Now back to this women's tournament for Big Ten, third quarter. Purdue keeper snares that one. Another 2 minutes, it looks like, to go in this third quarter. 5-1 Michigan B in the dark caps over Purdue in the light caps. Purdue with possession. Again, Purdue last season had 3.72 goals per game. During the regular season, 6 of the 8 games involved 3 goals or fewer by Purdue. And when it's saved by the Michigan keeper, in fact, the most goals Purdue had in the game last year was 8. An 8-5 win versus Iowa in the Big Ten championship round on April 16, 2016. Their other win of the season was April 2nd last year, 6-1 against Wisconsin. So if they don't get at least 6 goals, it's trouble for Purdue, basically. Purdue gets possession here, about a minute to go in the third quarter. Still 5-1 Michigan B over Purdue. Purdue's wearing the lighter colored caps, the dark caps belong to Michigan B. In our previous game, Ohio State defeated Michigan A 9-3. That one's put through. Boom! Shakalaka. Purdue gets back on the board by Cap 18. It's 5-2 Michigan B over Purdue. First goal of the second half for the Boilermakers. It's a 3-goal differential now. With under a minute to play in quarter 3. As a reminder, we have 1 game left on this February 4th, Michigan State versus the Iowa Hawkeyes. Those two teams are 426 miles apart from each other. Michigan State made only the 63-mile trip. Iowa had to go 447 miles here to Ann Arbor. Possession, Michigan. 16 on the shot clock. Under a minute to play in this quarter. One is fired off the top of the crossbar. 10 seconds to go. The whistle. And it's going to be it in a few seconds. Purdue keeper's going to hold on. Fire it, and after 3 quarters, Michigan B in the Dark Caps. 5. Purdue and the Light Caps 2. So each team with 1 goal apiece. The 3rd quarter, we have 7 minutes to go in regulation. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. The 4th quarter is coming up here on the CWPA network.
Cap 7 is a small company that started out of the back of our garages, and we were doing clinics and camps around the country. We pride ourselves as a company with Cap 7 and Turbo to sponsor as much and give back to the sport as much as we can. Last year we gave over $250,000 back to the sport, and all our products are built by water polo players and for water polo players.
Hey, check out my new backpack. Hikers too. You can do it exclusively at cap7.com. Cap 7, built by water polo players, for water polo players.
Once again, I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. This is Big Ten Division Regional Tournament Women's Club Water Polo on the CWPA Network. We're going to quarter number 4 at Game 7 of 8 on this Saturday, February 4, 2017, here at Canham Natatorium in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's Michigan B 5. Purdue and the Light Caps 2. We're entering the 4th quarter. 7 minutes to go. We have 30 seconds to go in this intermission between the 3rd and 4th quarters. As you can see, Purdue there. Not a lot of players for Purdue. These are club teams, not varsity. Of course, there have been changes regarding fees and regulations for club teams, which included A and B teams. His Assistant Commissioner Tom Tracy, I believe, recently posted something about that on our website, www.collegiatewaterpolo.org. So check it out. Check out our website. Check out our Twitter. www.collegiatewaterpolo.com is our website again. And at CWPA Water Polo is our Twitter handle. So check us out on Twitter and our website. So 4th quarter is coming up right about now. And again, the National Collegiate Club Championship for Women's Club, scheduled for May 5th through 7th, 2017 at the University of Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And now we are beginning our final quarter of regulation here between Michigan B and Purdue. Purdue in the Light Caps, Michigan B in the dark because Michigan is the host. Purdue with possession. Each team scored a goal apiece in the 3rd quarter. And Michigan led 1-0 after 1 quarter. 4-1 at the half. 1-on-1 into the wet pass. Purdue is able to get it. Again, be careful of brutality. And you gotta be careful of don't get dead time if there is a foul. Because minor fouls committed during dead time becomes exclusion. Period of time which is no longer than 3 seconds following the foul. But that was a shot clock violation. It will be Michigan B possession. The Wolverines up 5-2 with 6:12 to go in regulation. Around the 5-meter area is Michigan B in the Dark Caps. Low scoring affair right now. That one is put to the left, out of play behind the net. Purdue possession. So it was 4-1 at the half, just 1 goal since for Michigan B. Purdue keeper has been boggled at times throughout this contest. Again, Purdue has already lost once today, 14-6 against Michigan State. But again, this game is believed to be an exhibition because the Indiana Hoosiers could not field a roster and had to forfeit their games this weekend. Possession now belongs to Michigan again. Again, we have 1 game left after this one tonight. It will be between the Michigan State Spartans and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now from the 2-meter area of Michigan B. Inside. Watch out for a choke. very close, and that's going to be an exclusion. Exclusion time, 22nd player up for Michigan B. That was very dangerous. 6 on 5 now for the Wolverines. Up 3. Be careful of the wet passes. You don't want to take too many of those. Watch out for an accidental drown there. But sometimes you can't help your hand movement. Not a lot of time left in the exclusion. Purdue intercepted it. There's a foul. The exclusion is over. Should be Purdue possession. And it is. So about 5 minutes to go in regulation. Michigan B in the dark caps 5. Purdue Boilermakers in the light caps 2. And Purdue's of West Lafayette, Indiana. Michigan B, Ann Arbor, Michigan. We are in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Michigan is the host school. If you ever come to Ann Arbor, you should come to the University of Michigan. Especially if you want to see the big house, Michigan Stadium. It is big. So 4:12 to go in regulation. 5-2 Michigan B over Purdue. The Boilermakers are down 3. Almost 4 minutes to go in regulation. Boilermakers for possession. There have been 0 goals this fourth quarter. Michigan State and Iowa coming up. Michigan State last year, second place after the championship rounds, had tied for first in the regular season last year. Iowa last year was 2-6 and 2-9 overall. So, could be an interesting matchup, and that would be after this one on the CWPA network. 5-2 Michigan B. There has been contact. Michigan B retains possession within the 5 meters. Goes inside with the wet pass. Fires in there. Boom shakalaka. Over the head of the keeper. Six to 2. It's the first goal of this quarter. With about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, as you can see the Purdue sideline, and there is a timeout. The timeout, it is Michigan B in the dark cap 6, Purdue Boilermakers in the white caps 2. Again, I'm Scott Sable, David Weiss, CWPA remote announcer. Collegiate Water Polo Association is located in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania. Again, you can check us out online at www.collegiatewaterpolo.org and follow us on Twitter with the handle at CWPA Waterpolo. And while we have high school boys and girls basketball getting ready for playoffs, it's good to know that the Women's Club Water Polo season has arrived, and we're glad you have joined us for the first weekend of it, especially for the Big Ten division. So fourth quarter, 3.5 minutes to go in regulation. Michigan B off the goal, up 6 to 2 over Purdue. Again, Purdue last year in the regular season had 3 goals or fewer 6 of 8 times in the regular season. In fact, last year 7 of 11 times had been 3 or fewer goals. As last year in the Big Ten championship round, lost to Michigan, had 2 goals, gave up 11 to the Wolverines team. So possession now for the Purdue keeper. Purdue with possession in the white caps, but it is intercepted by the Wolverines of Michigan B in the dark caps. About 3 minutes to go in regulation. Of Game 7 of 8 on this February 4th, 2017. There are also games on February 5th here at Canham Natatorium, but CWPA is not scheduled to stream it. It should be a great day of action. Before the Super Bowl, of course. Super Bowl 51 from Houston, Texas. So 6 to 2 Michigan B over Purdue. About 2:45 to go in the game. Michigan B with possession, but turns it over. 33 seconds now on the shot clock. 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter, and Purdue's probably not going to win. His possessions have been long, haven't been methodical. For the Boilermakers, possession now belongs to Michigan B. Throw it to the center of the pool. Now the 5-meter area. But the clock did not restart. Now it does. 2:15 to go in the game. 19 on the shot clock. And after this one, stay tuned for Michigan State versus Iowa on the CWPA network. And I'd like to thank Scott Hoops for calling the first 4 games of the day. Again, I'm Scott S.D. Weiss. I've called games 5, 6, and this is 7. Plan on doing the 8th one as well. So under 2 minutes to go in regulation. Purdue not aggressive, as this is an exclusion against the Boilermakers that goes through, saved by the Purdue keeper, who has not always been good with ball handling throughout this game. Michigan still possession, trying to draw contact. It was an unsuccessful exclusion. Purdue comes up with it. About a minute and a half to go in regulation. 32 seconds now on the shot clock. Fires past the center of the pool, but is intercepted by the Wolverines. Michigan B and the Dark Caps up 6-2 with possession. Now up 4. There's a whistle. Wolverine has the ball in her right hand, and we got a timeout. Timeout in the pool. 6-2. Michigan B. It's not a timeout. We have a stoppage for substitution. Now we have a timeout for a moment. So, brief stoppage for substitutions. Not sure if it's an actual timeout, but it was a brief stoppage. Now the clock will start. A minute 15 to go. Shot clock below 27 seconds. For the Wolverines, up 6-2. It was 5-2 after 3. Just 1 goal this fourth quarter. There's a whistle. And will belong to the Purdue Boilermakers. Possession Purdue. And coming up next will be Michigan State Spartans versus Iowa Hawkeyes. About under a minute to play in regulation. Michigan B is going to get the win here, but it will not count for the standings since it will be considered an exhibition. These teams already have received forfeit wins from Indiana not participating, and I believe it's 5-0 forfeit victories in the men's competitions. That's the score for a forfeit. So under a minute to play in regulation. Purdue's going to go down in this one. Maybe another score could be in the works. From the 5, puts it through, boom, shakalaka, there's one from the left corner. Cap 10 scores, it's 6-3. Michigan B as Purdue's Cap 10 scores yet again, as at least 2 of the 3 Purdue goals. So under 50 seconds left in regulation. Michigan B, 35-second shot clock, can take it all the way down. 36 seconds left in the game. You can hear fans chanting, "Let's go Blue." Michigan is known as Blue. Michigan B Wolverines up by 3. Turnover possession for the Purdue Boilermakers. 23 seconds to go. Shot clock is turned off. And Purdue trying to get 1 more goal to make this one a close one, and we'll get in there. Boom shakalaka. 6-4. Purdue gets its 2nd in a row. It's Cap 18. And it's now 6-4. Time's about to expire now. So Michigan B is going to survive this one. and considered an exhibition because Indiana could not field a roster this weekend. And that's it. Final score from Can-Am Natatorium in Ann Arbor. Michigan being the Dark Caps 6. Purdue Boilermakers in the lighter color caps 4. That is your final.